Do you want to take a leap of faith?
Or die old, filled with regret? So I've been driving since 7 o'clock this morning. You want to know what time it is? It is now 12:54, but I haven't been driving for no reason. I actually came to meet a friend who's always late. Look at this guy.
What's up, dude?
Always late. What's up, man?
How you doing?
Do you have a few specials today?
We got some good food, man. What are we gonna do now?
There's this, I mean, you came the whole way to Pennsylvania, right? There's this overlook I want to take you to. We're gonna go over there.
Now that you brought me all the way up here, one thing I know about you is you're scared of heights.
Right.
So how is this even happening?
Yeah, man. I'm afraid. So something that I've always said is, like something that I live by.
Yeah.
Is the idea that I can't let fear control my actions. You know what I'm saying? So like, if I'm afraid of something, I tend to move toward that thing because I don't want to be the type of person who lets fear deter them from doing something. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense. What about you? What's your biggest fears?
I think my biggest fear is growing old and knowing that I had all this space and opportunity, and I didn't do anything with it, or I didn't accomplish anything that I wanted to accomplish. See, as people, this is what we do. We set goals, right? We set goals, and then a day passes and we don't do anything. The next day we make an excuse. By that time a week passes. Before you know it, 30, 40 years have passed and you still didn't do what it is you said you were gonna do in the first place. So that's one of my biggest fears, is growing old and not accomplishing all the things in life I knew I could have accomplished if I just took the initiative. And we procrastinate too much. We procrastinate and procrastinate and procrastinate. And you could probably, you know, relate it to a situation yourself where you said it was something you wanted to do, whether it was working out, whether it was training, whether it was a project, whether it was starting a career, no matter what it was, we are all guilty of putting something on the back burner over and over and over again. It's important to do it now. You still have the time and opportunity to do it now instead of waiting. If I had to give you anything from this amazing hike Cody brought me on, even though I almost died and even though I'm looking right at death behind me, is to do it now. Do it now and don't wait 30 or 40 years, because that's what'll happen. You'll look up at 30 or 40 years that have been in the past. The last thing you want is to be laying on your deathbed thinking about, I didn't do it.
Yeah, dude. No, I love that.
Coming up here was probably one of the, in my opinion, most dangerous things I've ever done. I like staying at like sea level, but on the flip side is I would have never got the shots that I got if I didn't take this leap of faith that we keep talking about. Sometimes you just gotta do stuff. You can plan and plan and plan and keep planning and never execute. You don't execute, all the planning was useless. you want to take a leap of faith
or die old
and filled with regret. Terry Warfield.